Hey guys, welcome. Today we are going to do this eye look using the Hello Charmer palette. This is the Boxycharm palette that is being featured in all Luxe boxes for the month of March and is a variant in the base box. By the way, if you guys are wondering, is everyone getting it in the Luxe box? Yes. Even if you get the Tartist palette in the Luxe box, you will also be getting this one. You guys were stoked when you found out about it. You guys wanted to see tutorials. And as you guys are aware, I am doing tutorials with pretty much whatever palettes I have that are being featured in the month of March. That would be the Hank and Henry palette, the Hello Charmer palette, and the Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. If you guys want to see tutorials on the Moroccan Spice palette, make sure you check the description box down below because I've got a few of them up there for you. And yeah, so this here is a look that you guys wanted to see. I don't know if you guys were trying to give me a hard time. I don't know if you guys were trying to challenge me. All I know is that you guys were just like, can we see blues, browns, and maybe a red? And I was like, blues, browns, and a red? Never done that combo before, and I think I pulled it off. So yes, in this video, this is what we are going to create. Oh, also before we dive on in, make sure you guys check out the giveaway that is currently live on my channel. I've already announced the 3 giveaway winners for the previous giveaway, but now I do have a Boxycharm premium box that is being given away, and you guys have until Friday to sign up. So make sure you check the description box down below for the link that will lead you over to where the giveaway is being hosted and all that good stuff. Now, without further ado, let's dive on in to the tutorial so you guys can see how I put this look together. We're gonna start this look off with a clean lid. I have no primer on. I have been preferring it that way for quite some time already, and we're gonna dive on into this beautiful palette. So you guys were trying to make it real difficult on me, but I think I made it work. So I'm gonna dive into this beautiful kind of neutral yellowy shade. There's a lot of kick up in this baby, but there's a lot of pigmentation too, so I'm not mad at it. It's called Spoiler, and we're just going to blend that shade all over the crease. I'm not gonna bring it down far enough. It's literally in the crease. We're going to blow that out a little messily because it's going to end up looking like that. Eventually, when you put it all together, it's going to look really good. The fluffier the brush, the better, just because it'll blend everything a lot faster for you, at least in my opinion. You guys usually ask, so I'll just let you know in this video. This is a Mally round blending eye brush. I'm going to then grab a Morphe M452. These are like one of my favorite Morphe blending brushes. And I'm going to dive into the shade Cup of Joe. I'm going to take that one and I'm going to apply it on the outer corner, and then I'm going to blend that into the crease. If it gets all over the lid, I mean, that's not the intention, but that's perfectly fine because we're going to clean that out. So at this point, we're just trying to blend another transition shade. That way, everything will just look super gradient. Now I'm going to grab like a flat definer brush. This is a small shader brush. This is a 245. This is one of those brushes you can use to clean out your brows, to kind of create a cut crease, which is exactly what we're going to do. Grab any concealer that you own. That would be fine, honestly. As long as it's a light shade and it's not like a really deep shade, it should work. So the lighter, the better. This is the lightest concealer I actually own. And I'm going to go ahead and create a cut crease on my eyes, but I'm not going to take it all the way out to the end. I'm going to get to maybe 3/4 of the lid, and you don't need a lot of concealer either. So I am going to start off on the inner corners over here. Just going to pat it up until where I feel like I want, around there. And then I'm just going to look straight into my mirror so that I can see where to use the really thin edge of the brush to cut the crease. Now, granted, this is not a technique that's for everyday use for every regular person. I understand that. It's time consuming, and you know, it's kind of one of those things where you really need to kind of prep in advance and know exactly what you want to do. In my case, I went with what you guys wanted to see. So I had to kind of like I don't know, make it up as I went. However, I am going to say if you want an eyeshadow to really stand out, you want an eyeshadow that you don't have to really blend, you can just pack on and call it a day and it's not going to move anywhere. Applying a concealer, like doing a cut crease or applying a concealer first, will hold on to your shadow. So what I want to do is I'm going to dive into the shade Charmer, which is the blue one that everyone wanted to see. This here is a shifting shade. So this is a duochrome. It looks blue. I do have a video on my Instagram account using that shade. However, really depends on how the light hits it. It could be blue, it could be purple. Sometimes it'll look a little pink. The only other blue in here is the shade Charmer, which is more of an aqua blue shade. What I did is I tapped into the palette. I tapped out just a little bit just in case. And then I just pat the shade directly on the lid. As you guys can see, look at how much color I already have. Like, this is really pigmented. As you're getting closer to the edges, that's where you want to be a little more precise. So I would grab another little mirror just so that you can see how close to the edge you're getting. And at that point, you can kind of blend it in. The brush that I used for the blue is a no name. I think I got it like off of Amazon or eBay or something a really long time ago, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what kind of brush. It's just an eyeshadow brush. Any eyeshadow brush that can pack on some color would do. And then I'm going to then dive into the shade Unboxing, which is a brick red shade. I'm going to use a tapered blending brush by Luxie. It's their 205. I am going to merely just tap into the palette and I am going to pat this color into place and slowly blend it out. I am going to bring it a little bit, just a slight amount on top of the outer portion of that blue, because it does give it like that I want to be purple but I'm not sure what color I want to be type of look. And I like that because it adds to that transitioning. So I just pat some of the color on top of there and blend it outwards. I make sure that the majority of the product stays on the outer corner, but then I blend it back and forth so that there's a nice gradient in between. That's how you're going to get that purple. And then once I feel like I have it looking the same as the other side, they kind of match, they're looking really good, I'm going to take whatever's left on the brush and I'm going to blow that out and bring it up just a little bit. If you get a little bit of fallout, that's perfectly fine. This palette is actually really easy to clean up. If need be, just use any brush to dust off this. Here is a Farrah F40. I wanted to bring some depth over to the top of my lash line, so I added lashes, but I also went in and did a little very thin mini wing type of situation, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And as you guys can see, I purposely didn't bring my wing all the way in. I just want there to be, I don't know, some depth, some dimension, something different on the outer corner, but I want the inner corner to stay as natural as possible. So that's when I move in and apply my mascara and some lashes. The mascara I applied on my top lashes is the Grande Drama Mascara by Grande Cosmetics. Is it Grande Cosmetics or is there more to the name? I'm not sure. So I applied a very small coat. I mean, it looks good on its own without applying lashes, but I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I need to apply lashes with every single look. The lashes I'm using today are by Unscripted Beauty. They are in the style Legendary. It is the only lash style that I own by Unscripted Beauty, and I've got to admit, I really do like them. They're very light and comfortable. They're fluffy. I totally forgot that I had them on when I applied them for the first time. Like, I literally was just like, oh, okay. Hi. To finish off the eyes, I am going to dive into that beautiful teal blue shade Charmer, and I'm going to dust some of that on the outer portion of the eyes. I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to apply it here. And I'm so excited because I didn't think that I had a blue eyeliner, but I actually do. I don't remember where I got this from, but maybe in a beauty subscription. But it's the Sourmay Beverly Hills True Line in Midnight. It is a deep blue. You can use black, but I'm excited to have a blue one because it helps like the blues pop. And I just so happen to have a blue mascara. This is a Medusa's Makeup Mascara. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it a whole nother level with the blue. Now, considering that I've gone loud with the eye area, I'm going to go very subtle with my highlight and my lippy just to kind of balance it out. If I were to do a red, it's too much. If I were to go in and do a blue, it's way too much. It's just, you want to tone it down a bit. So what I'm going to do to make this all work is I'm going to dive into Champagne Pop by Becca, but the powdered, the loose powder version. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to graze my skin with it. And then whatever's left, I'm going to apply on my chin, and I'm going to bring up to the center of my forehead just to broaden it a little bit, bring some shine, make my skin look super hydrated and healthy. Now that's it for like the face, just because again, we don't want to be like extra dramatic. Then for the lips, I'm going to dive in with Bodyography's Timber. I'm just going to outline my lips. And then I'll fill my lips in with ColourPop's What's Your Sign, which is a beautiful nudie, pinky, just perfect shade. I'm just going to fill that in. It may look like it needs a little bit of blending, and that's fine. I'll just blend the edge of the lip liner with a like angled brush. This here is BMX 498 Line Brush by Moda Pro. And then you can apply the gloss on top of that if you want to. I'm still debating if I want to do that. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my YSL topper. This here is the Rouge Volupte Rock and Shine. I really like her because it is a lip balm with some shimmers in it. So it looks like you have a lip gloss on when you don't. It doesn't get all over my teeth. It smells amazing. Super fruity, almost like watermelon. But it makes it look like I have a lip gloss when I don't. Here is the finished look with the Hello Charmer palette. Now do keep in mind, this is the very first like official tutorial for the month of March that I'm doing with this palette. I do have one or two more that I will be doing with this palette. This here is a look that you guys requested, so I hope that you guys actually enjoyed it, find it different and creative. With that said, if you choose to recreate the look, make sure you guys tag me over on Instagram so that I can post your looks over in my stories. But that is a wrap for this video. Let me know down below, what do you guys think? Did I pull this off or not? And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.